Hey guys, this is Jamie from Kinsman Redeemer, and man, the Lord has been on the move this week, and we want to start off like we normally start off, thanking the Lord and thanking you for what you have given. We thank you for your prayers. That is one of the greatest ways that you can show you love someone is to pray for them. And Jesus is ever living to make intercession for us, who is our Kinsman Redeemer. But I do want to give some thanks to John and Paula Melton, who made a monetary gift this week. Thank you, John and Paula. Miss Karen Lackey, we thank you for your monetary gift that you made. Judge Larry Wallace, he is a circuit court judge, a fine Christian man. And I remember on the National Day of Prayer, every year he would come and ask that we would pray that the Lord would give him the wisdom of Solomon, so that he would rightly discern and judge. And so thank you, Judge Larry Wallace, for your monetary gift. Jeremy and Amy North, some good friends of ours. Thank you, Jeremy and Amy. We love you and thank you for your monetary gift. Sandra G., we thank you for your monetary gift. And so last week I said that we needed $568, and we actually brought in $760. So praise the Lord. That $568 was to get Camper One up and running. And we have an occupant in Camper One now. And so he's living there, and it's just wonderful. And so we also are very thankful for Derek Wall, who put a lot of labor and a lot of time on repairing the floor. And so thank you. We thank you for Jessica for running a lot of errands and getting things that we needed. That we have some workers in the field that we want to thank. We want to thank Kate. We want to thank May. We want to thank Steve and Ken and Mark and Betty and Diane. We want to thank the Lord for our kitchen mamas. They put all the meals together. That is Betty, Nancy, and Effie. We want to thank Lexi, Eli, and River for some food donation, and Dutch Country Kitchen Bakery. Every week they provide our bread to make all of our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And so they are so faithful, and we're so thankful for them. We want to thank Liz Wall for coming, bringing a lot of casserole, and that was the main dish on this past Monday. Steve for food that he gave. Eva Kirby. Miss Eva is our wash lady, and she is so faithful. And Bill, one of our guys, gave a testimony. He said that I had some pants and they were ripped. I think they were ripped really bad, and I guess he liked them, so he kept them and he threw them in his dirty clothes. And Miss Eva didn't say a word. She washed them and then she just sewed them up perfectly. So, man, that's the kind of people we got here with Kinsman Redeemer. Bill and Debbie Reed, thank you so much for your food donation. And we thank David King, one of our Mennonite brothers, for his monetary contribution. And we have I'll give you some things that's happened this week. I called to check on Josh. You remember Josh? He's in the Warrior Center. And I talked to his counselor, and the counselor said that he has the best attitude of any of them, and that he wishes he had 20 more just like Josh, and that they're trying to get Josh to move up. You start off like an E1 and you go all the way up to E9, but that Josh is so grateful and he's so thankful. So keep praying for Josh. We're going to dispatch a group to go and see him, and Warrior Center actually said we can come anytime to see and encourage him. So we're thankful, so thankful that he's doing well. Justin Moore, we had a guy, we gave him some shoes, and anyway, they just kind of cracked open and broke open, and we gave him another pair of shoes, and the bottoms of them fell off. And so I said, we're going to give you another pair of shoes, and he's like, man, I don't want no more y'all shoes. But we got him. Justin Moore gave 2 pairs of shoes, and he called later and said how thankful he was that some of them was the best pair of shoes he ever had. And so we're thankful for Justin Moore. And let's see. I do want you to know that in Camper One, the guy that we took to Buffalo Valley, Mr. Mark, he is back with us. He finished his program in Buffalo Valley, and he is doing well. He's been dry 40-something days, and so when you gave money last week, that helped get Camper One ready for him, and he's in Camper One, and he's doing well. One of the things that Mark needs is glasses. Whenever I met Mark, he had glasses, but he's like, "You notice anything about my glasses?" And I was like, "No, not really, because I'm about half blind anyway." And he said, "What about this lens?" He was missing a lens, so he's walking around with one glass lens, and so his frames is broke, and we don't have that lens. So we need some glasses. So if you want to make a monetary gift, that will go to getting his glasses. Let's see, what else have we got? We thank Carlos and Sandy. We had an extreme situation where we had to go get a tent. The Dickson County Health Center, man, you guys gave us tent, you gave us diapers, things that we needed this week. And we're so thankful for Pam and Renee at the Dickson County Health Center, and thankful that when we or our back is against the wall, we know we can call them and they're going to meet the need. But we needed a potty chair, and Carlos and Sandy got us. There was several of you commented, "Hey, I got one," and so thank you. But we only needed one, and we're thankful for that. Also, Tracy R. for the food that she donated. Benji and his wife Chastity, they gave 3 boxes of fresh squash, zucchini, and the yellow squash, and so made zucchini bread and done some things like that, our kitchen mamas, and we're thankful for that. B. George with food and also a monetary donation. Marcia and her awesome cookies that the men enjoy so much. Betty Link, we're thankful for her food donation. She gave us some peanut butter and jelly. That is something we always use. We never have too much of that. And Les and Teresa, they gave us some food, and we're thankful for that as well. I want to tell you why it was an extraordinary week. We have a lady that is in really bad health, and she's homeless, and she's on a walker, and she can't even open up her water because there's something wrong with her arm and her hand. And so she had to go somewhere, and so we put a tent up for her, and she lasted one night, and she wound up in the hospital for a few days, and then she come back, and she's in that tent, and it's just not conducive for her. And so what I started doing is, Lord, I don't know what to do with her. Man, I need you to help. And sometimes it's not what you say when you pray, but it's the intensity, the effectual fervent prayer. James says, of a righteous man availeth much. Now, my righteousness comes from Jesus, who is my kinsman redeemer. But, I just, no peace and just trouble. I don't know that she can live out here underneath this circumstance. And so I called one of our Mennonite brothers and said, I remember you talking about a camper. Can you see if that camper is still available? Let me tell you what that Mennonite brother did. He called about the camper. Camper was $5,600. But they said that they would sell it to us for $3,000. This Mennonite brother called me back and said, I checked on the camper, and it is for sale, and the only thing you got to do is come and pick it up. He bought the camper. And so right here, guys, is a bill of sale. Today we picked up camper number 3. Now camper number 2 needs a lot of work. We'll talk about that. But this is camper number 3. It was in perfect mint condition. The only thing we had to do was move it. And we're so thankful for Howard Dorsey and his big old truck that moved it, and his time and his labor of love. And we got it set where it needs to be set. And so tomorrow night and even tonight, there are 2 people that's living in that camper that were homeless. And so I do want you to know since we've started the Kinsman Redeemer, there's been 7 people that were homeless and on the street that are not homeless and they're not on the street. So camper 3, 30-foot camper, and everything on it worked. And so, man, we're so thankful for our friends. And this was just so fun. You're going to see at the end of this video, you're going to see a clip that's going to show you camper number 3. So camper number 1's done, camper number 2 needs a lot of work, camper number 3's done. And so we're taking the lady out of the tent and we're putting her in a camper. And we're so thankful for Steve, who's going to build like a ramp because she can't walk up the steps because she's got a walker. And so thank you, Steve, for what you are going to do, my brother. All right, I love you. Thank you. We'll get back with you next week. The next thing you'll see is what happened Sunday, which is very exciting. So we're thankful for Crystal and for Rachel Luna for making this happen. All right, God bless you. I love you. Bye-bye. Guys, this is Jamie from Kinsman Redeemer. This is Sunday, June the 14th. I know that because I just asked Crystal right here beside me. This is exciting because we had a couple of homeless guys that called yesterday and said, man, we really need a haircut, we need a beard trim. And so we called Rachel Luna, which is one of our Kinsman Redeemers, and said, hey, we know you cut hair, and so what can you do? So beside me is Crystal. Crystal has taken her time, and she is here actually at the Church of Living Water, which is where these guys, they were here this morning, they're still here, and they're going to get their hair cut and their beard trimmed. And so, and actually, there's been a few of them, a few of our ladies said they need their hair trimmed, so we don't know what's really going to go on, but here we are, right? Here we are. So, Crystal, I just wanted to tell you, first of all, that we really appreciate you coming and doing this. And I wanted to, why did you come? Why did you come to do this? You don't know these folks.
Well, about 7 years ago, me and my husband found ourselves in a hard spot. Neither of us were working. We lost our apartment, mainly due to health issues. And thankfully, you know, we were able to stay with my parents. But, you know, I've been in that position of, you know, not knowing where something was going to come from. And, you know, just having the opportunity to give something back to someone who might not, you know, get that opportunity at any other time. You know, sometimes something as little as a haircut can make somebody's entire day.
Awesome. Well, that is really good, Crystal. And so we're just blessed all the ways the Lord takes care of us and takes care of our homeless community. So in a moment, you'll see Crystal at work. Crystal, do you think you can do anything with what you see right here? You think
I might be able to. I might
little
have
dreadlocks?
I think I might be able to.
Okay, all right. Guys, we love you. We'll catch you in a minute. Thank you.
Okay.
You ready? Hey, guys. This is Jamie again with Crystal. And young man, what's your name?
Mark.
Mark. Yep. And we're really proud of you, Mark, because you just actually come out of treatment. Is that right?
That's correct.
And how do you feel?
Feel good.
Good.
Feel positive.
All right. And you've already been helping us going out as far as helping doing a lot of things. You know, we picked up a bunch of stuff yesterday from a lady, and you know, I appreciate you. And one of the things, though, that you do need, beside a haircut and beside your beard trim, is you need some glasses. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right.
See about 5, 8 feet and it gets blurry.
Okay. And so when I met you, you had some glasses, but you were only walking around with one lens.
That's right.
Yep. And so, guys, one of our needs today is that we want to get Mark. We want to get him some glasses, and that he can see, and then that can help him with his sobriety and also getting a job and different things like that. I've actually, Mark, got your sunglasses on. Did you know that?
I noticed that.
What do you think?
They look good on you.
Okay, well, I think
They look better on me though.
Y'all look better on you. Okay. So anyway, right now, Crystal is going to come and we'll see a few swipes here, and then after that, Bill, you next if she don't cut his ear off. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I normally wear a cap when I'm not in church. I always wear a cap. When it gets too long on the side, it curls up, sticks out and all that, looks bad.
Now, you can hit the little. Now, that'll be your main screen.
Okay, hey guys, it's Jamie from Kinsman Redeemer, and we are so glad to have Crystal here, and she just got through trimming up Mark. How do you feel, Mark? Do you feel good?
Oh, I feel wonderful.
Mark feels wonderful. You really do get a total change when Crystal gets a hold of you. All right, thank you guys. Silly on some of this stuff. Yeah, it'll go
Don't
on.
make it different.
It'll go on this side.
I won't, but I'll clean everything up.
I know it's not running around here all the time. We
Oh,
all have days, it's okay.
No medicine though, and she must have just, all that is dirty. Or,
Did you get some more dirty clothes? You got, hey Bill, how you doing?
All right.
Hey, you called yesterday, you're the instigator in all this. I mean, this is how this happened. You called and said you need a haircut and beard trim, is that right? And man, we are so glad to have you, and we're so thankful that Crystal came. And you got anything you want to say to all the Kinsman Redeemer family? No. Yeah, okay. A man, a few words. All right.
They visited their biological for a long time, but they Virginia's mom. Yeah. But as I said, Audrey, it looks so like.
she has a lot of trouble going to the bathroom.
She had a long brown hair.
Short hair.
I can't remember what she looked like, but I remember I felt very much.
I know.
What y'all do with Bill?